Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Boydston Grove, and this week we're going to make some custom plant pots. Pots for plants. Plant pots. Let's get into it. Now this project was inspired when I bought my wife this plant, and the plant is great looking, but the pot, not so much. Pretty much just ugly. So we're gonna go ahead and make some pots that we can stick these into.
I know that hexagons are all the rage right now, but I want my pots to be octagon shaped. And as usual, I am using all scrap wood for this project. Now, does anyone know the difference between an octagon and a hexagon? 15 degrees. Thank you, I'll be here all night. You know, because the inside angle is 120 on a hexagon, while the octagon is 135, 15 degrees. Anyways. And then there was sanding. So much sanding.
Well, now that we have our octagon planter put together, I like it, but I think it needs a little bit more shape to it. So we're going to make a few cuts on this and try to make it a little bit more interesting. And for that, we're going to need to create a jig for the table saw.
The jig will help hold the pots in place while I make the cuts. I made sure to add a little beeswax on the inside of this jig so it'll slide nice and smooth.
Alright, now that we have our jig made, we can make some angle cuts on those pots and make them look just a little bit cooler.
I used some leftover 3/4 inch plywood for the base of the pots. And just when I thought the sanding was over, I made some homemade wood putty out of wood glue and some sawdust after I was finished sanding to fill all the cracks and crevices on the bottoms of the pots. Now, I don't plan to actually transplant any plants into these pots. I'm just going to leave them in the store-bought pots and set them inside these wooden pots. They'll primarily be for decoration, but I still wanted them a little bit waterproof just in case we spill while watering the plants. So I'm using Gorilla Waterproof Seal and Patch. I just followed the simple instructions on the can. I did a couple coats and then left it overnight to dry. And finally, a chance to use our new heat stamp. Yeah! Woo!
Now one of these pots I'm just going to stain with regular stain, but the other one I wanted to try a technique I heard of called Ebonizing. Basically, you make your own formula, you put a couple pieces of steel wool into a bottle of white vinegar and leave it there for 5 to 6 hours. Then you take a sponge brush and brush the liquid onto your wood. And wait and see what the effect on the wood is. It's really cool. Assuming I did it right.
Well, the ebonizing technique did not turn out as I expected it to. It's supposed to make the wood really dark, hence the name ebonizing, but as you can see, it really didn't make it that much darker. I put 6 coats on it, and it does have a pretty cool look, almost like driftwood, but it didn't get as dark as I really wanted. I think it's because of the wood I used. I used a soft pine, and it's just so light to begin with, it'd be really hard to get it really dark. I think if I try this technique again, I'll use a wood that has a much darker tone in the beginning. To finish them off, I put a couple coats of polyurethane on them, sanding between each coat.
All right, and there they are completed. I really like the way this one turned out. I love the way that the wood grain just shines through there and is really distinct. And this one was just made out of some extra wood. Thought I'd go ahead and try that ebonizing technique. It still came out okay. I didn't have an extra plant to display this with, so you're just going to have to use your imagination. Oh, good imagination. All right, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. If you want to see the rest of our projects, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will be notified every time we put up a new video. We would love to hear in the comments below what you thought of this project. Thank you for watching, be safe, and have a great day.